So like it saves on here, and then when I'm done, it'll go right up to Twitch, and then right after Twitch, it'll go up to YouTube.
I got you.
All right. All right, cool. Say something in the mic just so I make sure.
What up?
All right. Now let me. No way, yours isn't working now, bro. Why is, dude? This is straight pissing me off. Dude, it's only fucking.
What up?
Oh, I know. See, dude. All right, now this is really pissing me off.
So many wires, bro. How do you keep track?
Nah, it's not wires, bro. I just don't know why it never fucking works for this side.
Yo. Oh, there it goes. It's on.
No, you can hear yourself. But on here,
Oh, they can't hear me on there.
no. Let me try this.
Oh, you know they can't hear. Let's beat Ninja in views right now.
This pisses me off so much. Like, no joke. Straight pisses me off. Ooh, wait.
Damn, bro. Look at that echo. Sounds wet.
Oh, I think yours is working. Yeah, yours is working. We're chilling.
All
Alright, we're back. So sorry.
Let me
Open these up quick.
It's on though. It's on though.
Yes,
That's what we
sir.
need to hear. That's what I like to hear.
Alright, we better be chilling.
What are we at? 60K.
There we go. Now let me mute. I don't even know how many people are in here. I don't really care.
It's probably like 2,000.
Now we can start this, man.
get
Finally.
it.
Holy shit. Alright, so what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the podcast. As you can see, I have a new name for the podcast. Schemes and Dreams. I don't really have a slogan behind it, honestly.
That makes
Me and
sense if you think
Me and
about
my
it.
mom went to, the Z is for like, so like people used to call me Z in high school and like middle school, and like
Was that bullying?
I'm always scheming and shit, but like I got dreams, you know. Gotta add the Z on the end.
Yeah, I got you.
As you can tell, it's a little bit of a setup change. This is more for just like so me and you can have a conversation, you know,
One-on-one
instead of like me talking to a camera. But my guest today, Jacob Faber, he went to same high school as me. He wrestled. He can tell a little bit more about himself. We have cultural diversity together. That class.
It's a bad class.
But no, introduce yourself. Say what up.
Yeah. What up? I'm Faber. 19. Go to NICC right now. Second year there. I went to Hempstead. A lot of y'all probably know me from there. Yeah, wrestling was a pretty big part of my high school.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
Definitely.
I remember watching you razzle.
Yeah, I sucked.
All right. Yeah. But honestly, I think like we didn't really talk in high school, honestly.
No, I didn't.
But then when like I saw you in culture diversity, I was like, I know this kid.
Yeah, I was like,
And then
so I sat in front. So
yeah,
I
you
sat
sat
down when
way
I
front,
first
and you
did.
never saw me in the way back.
No, but then when I did see you, I moved back.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I did.
No, yeah, that class is low key like so dry,
Oh, it's the worst.
so dry. But I was talking to Jacob. He's like, man, I really want to be on your podcast. I was like, well, let's do it. And literally haven't done one of these in a hot minute.
No, it's been a while for sure.
I haven't done a podcast in. Who was my last guest? Do you remember?
I don't even know. Was it Latrell?
It was Latrell and Brandon. Yeah.
Okay.
Long ass.
Yeah, that
time
was
ago.
that was like a month.
It had been a month ago, dude. I've been doing other shit. I've been trying to figure out my life. I mean, like, what, dude?
Same.
No one
I think
knows.
we all are.
Dude, no one knows the behind the scenes. And it's like
all the grinding that goes into the vlog.
not even that. It's just like, dude, my like my life. I'm just like trying to figure out my life right now. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm happy, but like I'm not.
What do you mean by life? Like define life.
I'm not
Like
mentally.
education, work,
My future.
future.
I don't know what I want in life right now, and I mean, like, it sucks, but like, I'll find my way. And it's cool because I know you're really into like, we're on here to talk about like religion, God, like
all that kind of stuff.
and you know a lot about it.
And that is
Where
direction, dude.
where I feel like I need some motivation and like shit from someone else.
Yeah.
Like, there's people out there that gave me the motivation, like say like you're fine, you got this, but like I think it would be nice to like talk one-on-one.
Yeah, something a little different, dude. Something like give you like a different, maybe even a fresh perspective on
Exactly.
what you saw or what you
And it's like I said, like I'm not depressed, okay? I'm not depressed. But like I have
we
moments.
all are a little bit though.
Everyone's a little bit depressed, man. But the thing is, it's like I'm trying to word it. It's like it's so hard to like kind of say it. I know I'm stuttering a lot, okay?
God. So what you're saying is
Like,
like
I feel like
it's a period. It's like
like
a
when
phase.
people see me, I feel like people are like, oh, this kid's fine, he's doing good, but like no one knows what's like actually going on. Like
Behind
I feel like I'm kind of putting like a fake like mask on just to
Yeah.
like.
I feel like that is, I mean, if we want to talk about like your vlogs, dude, like that is a vlog, you know?
What?
Like putting on that mask, you know? Like
No,
getting,
for
like,
sure.
Let's go!
Yeah,
like, what's
yeah.
poppin', man?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's
no, for sure.
That's the mask. Like, we're not all like that all
No,
the
of
time.
course. And then like, I feel like I'll go into these stages for like 1 or 2 days where I'm just like I isolate myself and like I don't want to talk to anyone, and it's just like I don't want to be like that, man.
What do you think is the root of that?
I feel like
that's what we got.
I feel like I'm honestly I feel like I'm just thinking way too much about.
overthinking stuff.
Yeah. Like I feel like I'm just like, oh, I'm not gonna be successful. I'm not gonna be able to get YouTube views. Like I mean, like obviously I'm not like I'm happy people watch, but I just started. Like I don't really care about that. But like I need to start I need to get an actual job after like looking into my actual future, and I feel like I'm just like kind of like
almost stalling.
yeah, like I feel like I just kind of have to figure it all out.
And that's tough, dude. Like I feel especially at this point, like 18, 19, 20, even like I'd say like I would argue like the 20s, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's all about figuring
Dude,
out
there's
what
some-
you want to do.
Yeah, there's some people out there that's still like 2021. They don't know what they want to do. Like,
People
I'm not saying I have time. I'm not saying I have time to think about it, but like at the same time I kind of do.
Yeah, I mean, we got all the time in the world. I was lucky enough to kind of find some direction at like pretty recently, actually.
So what? I don't think I've ever really asked you. So what do you want to do for like your future? I guess.
So like as far as like a career goes, if that's what we mean by, a lot of people say future, and like in the West, like you think future, you think job, you think career, like what do you get, where are you gonna work? And so if the answer to that question would be, I'm looking into like architecture, like some design, like landscape architecture.
Oh, so like you want to like. Do you want to be like your own boss, or do you just want to like work?
I mean,
for
that would be nice. I mean, it sounds nice in theory. Actually, I'm not sure how the whole like architecture firms work. I know you get in a firm like with lawyers, at firms and stuff. But yeah. So I want to do something like that as far as that design field goes. But like that if someone asked me like, what is your future hold? Like, what are your goals? That's not what I would answer with. I wouldn't answer with.
So what are your goals? I would say, I guess.
So my goals are to live a life that is pleasing to the Lord.
Yes.
And that's like confusing to some people, and they don't know what.
And we'll definitely get into that during this podcast.
And that's the basis. I can found everything off of that. So if I'm ever confused or have that lack of direction, you know, I can go back to that bedrock of who I am and base what I want to do off of that.
Okay.
So if that makes sense.
No, it does. But at the same time, we'll get way more into it.
Oh,
and, like,
definitely.
it'll be a lot easier to understand, like,
For sure.
towards the end of this.
What are you thinking, like, career goals? Dude?
Career-wise, dude, I tweeted the other day.
Just be a vlogger, dude.
No, I tweeted the other day, dude. I was like, dude, I really want to grind for an occupation of being a YouTuber, like, be a vlogger. Like,
It's so tough now because YouTube's so, like, diluted, dude.
mm-hmm.
Like, to blow up is you got to have something.
You literally have, like, there's, like, I mean, like, I'm not saying it's good to do this, but, like, I feel like you have to have, like, that viral video. But I was just saying, I'm like
the one thing that blows you up.
yeah, but the thing is, I don't want to do something stupid to blow up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's sometimes you like, I'm not saying Logan Paul blew up because of this, but, like, the whole dead body thing, dude. Like, how he recorded that.
He had, like, 11 million subscribers before that.
No, of course, but that really fucking.
Oh, that,
took
like,
his
shot
name.
him, like, to the next level, like, even though he was, like crying.
Yeah,
about it,
but, like, so many people heard about that, even, like, parents or, like,
yeah, like,
heard
people who
about
had
that.
never heard the
He
name
was on
Logan
Good
Paul
Morning.
before heard it then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even close to saying I want to do that, but, like, that's what
Yeah.
we're not saying, like, that's what blew him up, but at the same time, that's what, like, a lot of people heard about.
I'm thinking of, like, David Dobrik right now.
Oh.
If you guys know David Dobrik.
David Dobrik is my
funniest
fucking spirit animal.
funniest little shit I've ever met, dude.
Dude.
And he doesn't. He never, like, videotaped a dead body, bro. But he just has, like, super
Dude,
good
he's
content.
22 years old.
He's what?
He's 22.
Yeah, that's freaking nuts.
He's making millions. He's doing what he likes to do.
He has so much money, bro.
He has a
David
Tesla,
Liza account.
and, like, he's not out there, like, flexing, like, saying,
No,
"Oh, I
no,
got all
no.
this money."
I mean, he's kind of cocky a little bit, like
A
subtly, like
little.
low key, like subtly, like he'll throw on slits, like, yeah, I got like 8 mil in my bank account or something
Yeah.
like that.
But no, dude, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm up in the morning watching his 4-minute and 20-second video.
entertaining for like the 4 minutes and 20 seconds, like the whole thing is entertaining, you know?
No, dude, Jay, just the whole squad is just like they're all
That's a
funny,
good vlog
and like
squad.
he's hanging out with like Josh Peck.
Yeah, they're like buds, dude.
Dude, yeah.
He's not actually that famous no more.
No, but like people know him. But back to my notes and everything.
Yeah.
So, what did you really want to start out with? Like, I know you have.
So I
Who
made this
is-
kind of like outline of what we should go through and what kind
So,
of questions. I
Yeah.
would
So
ask.
before we started this podcast, or like before like this whole like day came around, Jacob actually like made an outline because he came fucking prepared,
Yeah, I'm
man.
that kind of guy.
And like I'd when people come on here, I want them to make like the discussions. I want them to say what they want to talk about, so it's more entertaining and like more better conversation instead of me saying like asking you a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Which like I will
Because it's
ask
not
you.
an interview, dude. It's
No,
a podcast.
No,
It's
and
a
I'm gonna
conversation.
be asking you questions too, like the whole like.
Yeah.
So, the first one is like you wrote out who is God. Do you want to
Yeah.
like so?
So a lot of people, I would argue honestly that most people believe in some sort of God, in some sort of higher
Oh, of
power.
course.
Even if they don't even know what that means, or they would tell you they didn't. I would argue that they do.
Oh,
That would upset some people, but it's what I think is the truth. And so the thing is, like, we know God, we know there is a God, or you want to call it higher power, but we don't know God. So think about, like, let's say Aaron Rodgers. Like, I know Aaron Rodgers, you know, like he plays for the Packs, like he's a quarterback, like I know him, but I don't know him, you know. I don't got his number. I can't.
No,
hit him
yeah,
up.
no, like you
I
know
can't go
of
get a
him,
beer
like
with
you
him.
know of him, but
Yeah.
you've never, yeah.
So people have this knowledge of God, but they don't know God, like, personally.
Of
like
course.
we can. Like, that's option. So when I ask someone who is God, like, they don't know, like, who is God
No,
in
yeah.
their life
Mhm.
personally, and that's not something a lot of people can answer. So I try to do my best. I use that, like, Aaron Rodgers example to kind of like illustrate how most people know God, but
Yeah.
they don't know God.
No, of course.
And it's a really cool once you get to know God personally in your life. And that's a huge step people have to take. And once they get there, everything else is so much easier once you know God.
No, of course, and like the thing is like, so like with me, I've gone to church a couple times with like my whenever I would stay at my cousin's.
Like Easter or something.
No, like every time I'd stay at my cousin's, my aunt would be like, "All right, we're going to church. You guys are all going." I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go. But like, I went a couple times. I don't have my first communion. Like, I don't get to go up and like,
Was that Catholic? Like, you go to mass?
nah. Oh, like with them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
I could never go up there and like eat the bread or like drink the wine or whatever. Like, I could never do that. So I was just sitting there. But like, I believe in God. Like,
Mhm.
like every night for the past, I'm not gonna like 4 or 5 years. I pray every single night. I don't miss a night.
Even though you maybe not even know what you're praying to or if it's going to be answered, you still send it.
No, yeah,
You know?
no. I will. I pray every single night. Literally every night. I don't miss a day, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. And I'm just kind of like, I'm not talking to him, but I'm just like I'm thanking him for like the things he has given me, and like thankful who he put in my life. Like I do that every single night.
That's good, dude. Because a lot of people treat him like a genie, dude.
No, like people are like, oh, please give me
this.
money.
I want this. They'll
Like,
even say like, I wish I had this, and they'll say that thinking they're saying it to God. But God is not a genie. Yes, He answers prayer.
Yeah.
He does, but the right motives have to be behind it. That's why, like, obviously, you pray for a Bugatti, like, it's not gonna happen.
No, of course. Like you have to work.
I mean,
for
it could,
that.
but it's not.
No, it
I
could.
would
You have
argue it's
to
not gonna
work
happen.
for that.
Yeah.
Like it's just not something's not gonna physically be handed to you unless like something fucking tragic happens. You know?
And God has like in the past handed things to people.
No, of course.
People who it was in the right time and place to get handed those things.
Oh
you know?
yeah.
And even though we wish that kind of stuff would happen all the time,
Like, did you see
that's
the?
not how God works.
Yeah, did you see that ATM thing today?
What about it?
Or it was like Bank of America ATM. People would get $20 out of the ATM, but it was giving out $100 bills. Like,
For real?
Yeah. I don't know where it was. I saw it on
That's
Twitter
dope,
today.
dude.
Like, and there was a bunch of cars in line at the
Just-
ATM.
Oh, because everyone knew?
Yeah. So
So
they would go to
why
the
would they
ATM,
stop
get
that?
$20, and they'd get $100 out.
Dang, bro.
I don't know what happened, but it's not like they have to give that money back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's the fucking bank's fault. But like that was kind of like something that came to my mind. Like
Just like handouts like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So is that like what you were saying about like who is God and everything? Just
Yeah,
like
like who is God? I'd say the real question is who is God to you? And He is one God, unchanging God. But He does have different effects on different people's
Yeah.
lives. You know, like He uses some people way differently and maybe even more so than other people.
Yeah.
But He's still there and He's still the same for everyone. So if you want to answer that question to yourself, like who is God, you need to ask yourself who is God to you.
So can I ask you who is God to you?
So God to me is in someone who's just in complete like control. I use the word control in a good way. I don't want to say like, you know, He's my boss, like what do you want today, you know, like, and then I do that almost in a way, but He's someone he's a protector to me. He's a overseer. He's just love to me. He's someone who loves me like no one else is capable of.
No, of course, yeah.
So
I kind of feel the same way about that too. Like I feel like He's never they're gonna throw obstacles at you and stuff, but I feel like
but God is
He's
there.
always there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And He is.
Yeah.
Like that famous verse that people sometimes quote. They don't even know they're quoting the Bible, but God is love. Like, who is God? I guess you could answer that way. God is love. And that's that's a whole topic of discussion. Like, I could write a 10-page paper on God is love and what that actually means.
Yeah.
But,
Did you read the Bible, the whole Bible?
yeah, not the whole thing through.
No, yeah.
But, like, I
just
do.
couple.
Yeah. It's something that
Yeah.
I find really helps strengthen both my faith and then allows me to proclaim that faith to other people accurately,
Yeah.
you know? So I have something to back up what I say, so I don't just come in here just spewing off what I feel,
of course.
because I can substantiate it with scripture, you know?
Yeah.
So I find that pretty cool.
No, of course. And it's cool to actually like talk to someone that really knows about it, because like there'll be people that'll be like, oh yeah, like I know this, blah blah blah. It's just like, do you really know?
Yeah. And I would argue most people don't, and that's really sad actually.
No, yeah.
Because everyone has that opportunity and that ability to know God for who He really is to them
Yeah.
and to everyone. And most people literally just opt not to. They're like, no, I'm not going to pursue that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to find out what He wants for me. And
Oh,
I'm dead. But
We're good.
Sorry, Maryland, bro.
Yeah, my bad, Maryland.
Yeah, it's
Stuck.
So once you figure out who God is to you, like personally in your life, things will start to change. You'll start to see Him in things that you
Yeah.
never saw before.
Dude, I'm so sorry I had to take that off.
Oh, you're good.
But no, for sure. And I like how you broke that down, like the whole Aaron Rodgers things. I mean, that can just stay there, right?
I guess, dude. Yeah, I find that a good, or you can use any like celebrity.
No,
it's
of
just like
course.
how you can know people, like, because, dude, God's kind of a celebrity, bro. Like, everyone knows God.
No, of course.
But not everyone knows God.
Yes. I like that.
Yeah.
So, how has he changed you?
Oh, tons, dude. I don't know anyone watching this who knew me in, like, high school and even my freshman year of college, but, like, I'm not then who I am now.
So, what were you like then?
I was a dick, dude. Like,
You actually were?
yeah, like, I don't know. I was kind of a chotch. Like I don't, like, I drank all the time. I smoked. I was, like,
Going down the wrong path.
Yeah, I was definitely spiraling down the wrong path. I was addicted to women. Like, I used them and definitely abused alcohol. My freshman year of college, it got really bad. But
it's nice that you can admit to that, though.
Oh yeah, being able to admit my past sinful life is, like, really freeing.
Yeah.
And it's something I'm not afraid to do
Mhm.
anymore. Like, I'm not afraid to say what I would do because, like, that's not me anymore. I don't consider the old me to be even part of me. Like, we've been separated, killed. And it's a really freeing experience when that happens.
Yeah. Didn't you recently just get, what was that?
Baptized.
Yeah, you got baptized.
Yeah, that was September 30th at a church in Piasta, actually, Crossroads. My uncle runs it.
What made you want to do that?
The Holy Spirit. So, whatever that means to anyone, but so I felt like, so all baptism is, people have this, like, misconception, especially Catholics, that, like, baptism is, like, your entrance into salvation. Like, they feel like you have to get baptized, especially child baptisms.
Mhm.
Were you baptized as a
Yeah,
baby?
I was.
Yeah. So people do that because they feel like,
I was drowning, man. Like, I'm just joking.
they say, like, literally that the Catholic Church teaches that you have to have infant baptism. Like, there's some exceptions, obviously, that can be argued, but, like, child baptism, like, secures your spot in heaven.
Okay.
And that's just simply not true. So all baptism is a public proclamation of your faith. So it's, you want other people to know. I posted a pic on my Insta because, like, that was the best way that I could, like, spread the message to everyone I knew.
That was
you
sweet.
know? It's just, I couldn't think of how I could tell more people than just to post on my Insta. So I actually wiped my whole Insta because those pictures just didn't represent me anymore. Like,
so you just started clean?
Yeah, it was a fresh start for me.
Yeah,
and,
that's sweet.
that was kind of an illustration of that through social media. But so yeah, I got baptized because I wanted people to know.
All
And
right.
once people are saved, once people come to that knowledge of who Jesus is, they want other people to know what they felt so that other people can feel that too.
Yeah.
So that's what baptism is, simply letting people know how you've changed. So yeah.
So you kind of broke down how your life is different now.
Yeah, I mean that's another huge topic. Like we didn't really know each other in high school.
Yeah.
But, like,
see, like, I knew of you though. Like, I'd go to the wrestling meets, be like, oh, I know that
yeah,
kid.
it's Faber. But
Like, you have a younger brother.
yeah, Ben Faber. He's wrestling right now. He's kind of a stud dude, way better than I was. I'm excited.
He's a redhead, right?
No.
Oh,
He's
duh, Ben. Yeah, dude, I
he's
had
the only-
weightlifting with him. I had break it down. Yeah, I
you played
remember.
football with him, didn't you? I guess no. He was
No.
on the side.
No, I had weightlifting with him. I remember now. But no, yeah. I remember, dude, he lost so much weight. He cut so much weight.
Oh, bro, he went from, like, 145 to, like, 120.
Yeah, look, dude, you could just see, like, his face so thinned out.
Bad, dude.
But-
He just sucked.
Yeah,
I
but-
know he's tough.
No, yeah, I knew of you in, like, high school. I mean,
Yeah,
I really,
and
like,
I was, like,
hit it off, I guess.
I don't want to, like, say I was this, like, huge, like, partier, but I definitely would, like,
Go
would
out.
abuse alcohol, like, even by myself.
So, like, when you say abuse alcohol, you would, like, you do it just to get your mind off things, or, like, how could you
Yeah,
say,
like, obviously there's a social aspect to it. Like, I go to parties and drink with people and with usually, like, with a couple buds. But it got to the point, especially my freshman year of college, when I was drinking, like, by myself.
Yeah.
And that was an issue.
Yeah.
It's an issue.
So,
If you're drinking by yourself just because you're bored, just because you feel
Not
like that's
good.
the only thing to do, like,
yeah.
go
So,
talk to someone.
well, yeah. Well, so what did your parents think about all that then? Were they
like
not
like
actually-
my old life?
Your what?
Like my old past life?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they weren't. I mean, my dad was more cool with it. The really thing that got my mom all worked up was smoking weed, dude.
Yeah.
Because that was a huge part of my life, like senior year and even freshman year of college, where it kind of took over. I would always take, like, wrestling season off,
Yeah.
but then it just kind of, like, absorbed all who I was. I would prioritize getting high over anything else.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people are at that point right now.
I feel I definitely feel like a lot of people are like doing that to like. I'm not trying to like tell people they're like depressed or like anything, but like I feel like a lot of people are starting to do that just to get their mind off things.
I would literally just like getting high so much, but then eventually when I got to the point where I would do it like I was just always high.
Yeah.
Then when I
You
wouldn't be
didn't
high,
feel it.
then I'd start to feel depressed.
Okay.
It caused that.
Yeah.
It initiated that. So, that was something that was really hard for me to get out of,
Mhm.
like just overcoming, like just cutting cold turkey there. Cause like there's all these arguments like you can't be addicted to weed, dude.
Yeah.
Like I would argue you can. I would argue I was like mentally, It's
Yeah.
just something I had to do, and it wouldn't have been as hard to stop if I wasn't addicted. So
Okay. So someone wants to know, wouldn't you say baptism is more focused on you being fully committed to Christ, not really showing other people?
say that again.
So he said, wouldn't you say baptism is more focused on you being fully committed to Christ?
So baptism in itself, like I said, is a public proclamation of your faith and nothing more. Yes, you're showing that you are deciding, like you're showing to other people that when you get baptized, you're showing now this is the new me. Like it's almost a metaphor for being dipped in water,
Okay.
cleansed, drowned, and then come up as a new body. That's the symbolism there. So you said living more. What do you say?
Wouldn't you say baptism is more focused on you being fully committed to Christ?
Yeah, I'd say that's definitely a part of it. Like you're showing other people that you're deciding to live this Christ-like life, to live your life committed to Christ, and the baptism doesn't cause that. Like getting baptized doesn't make you live a more like Christ-like, and you don't have to get baptized to live a Christ-like. It's simply showing other people that you've decided to live a Christ-like life.
Yeah. Nah, yeah.
Get what I'm saying there, brother?
But that was just one of the questions I want to ask you. So you wrote down, what is the whole God thing about?
Yeah, so I mean, people, like I said, know God, but like, it doesn't mean anything to them,
So
Like, what is it about?
I'm not saying anything when I say this, nothing is wrong with this. I just want to like simply ask you. So why are you so like fully committed to God, I guess to say?
Because he's changed my life.
Okay.
He's intercepted. He's gone into like me, dude.
Okay.
He started to work in me in a way that I can't deny it, and I want it. And the life I live isn't to gain his love, because God loves us already maximum capacity. He can't love me any more than he already does. So the life I live committed to him, why I'm so for it now, is simply a thank you. Like, because I've seen what he's done for me. I understand what he did for me. And I just want to be like, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to live for you now. I'm going to live this life fully and committed to you because of what you did for me.
Okay.
And that's worth it.
So when you said you started a clean slate and everything.
Say again?
So like you said you started a whole clean slate and everything with like just starting your whole new life. So like, are you still like committed to like if your friend's like, oh, you want to go out with me? Like, not like that, like to a party or something. Are you gonna be down to do it, or are you just like not?
Like as far as drinking goes?
Yeah.
So like drinking for me, it got so out of hand that like I tried to limit myself. I actually first time I had a beer for the first time in like 3 months.
Okay.
Last week, I was playing some pool. I had a few like 2 beers, but the thing is, it's not for me. Like it's for me, like getting wasted, dude. That's not living a godly life. Like,
Yeah.
That's not glorifying the Lord by just getting just shitty, every weekend. So if I can have a beer and just chill and keep my head, I don't see a problem with that. But if I were to have that night had 10, and then start to have a good time,
Yeah.
like that wouldn't have been great for me or for my spiritual life. So I had the self-control not to do that, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
I had to take those like 3 months off because I didn't have that self-control back then.
Okay.
If I had one, I'd have way more. So I felt like I was at the point where I could have that and be able to control myself, and I did pretty well. So I'm glad about that. But yeah, so if someone invited, dude, I get that all the time. Like, come to the bars, come to this party. My buddy just turned 21, dude, and it was like, I just had to like separate myself from that.
Yeah.
I just had to be like, nah, I'm not gonna go anywhere near that.
Mm-hmm.
Stay home, play Fortnite.
We gotta play the Fortnite.
Yeah. But it was, yeah, it's hard sometimes, but it's all right. It's worth it.
So they said, honestly, yeah, you are showing other people, but I would say it's more of a commitment and to show you are ready to dedicate your life to Christ.
Yeah.
And it's like what you said.
We're arguing the same thing. Like it's a public proclamation. Like you're showing other people. It doesn't cause anything. It doesn't. I would even argue it doesn't like mean anything for your spiritual life. You know, like it's cool. It was one of the best days of my life. Me getting baptized. It felt amazing. Like the Holy Spirit was all over that place.
There was a lot of people there to root you on.
Like 400 people. Dude.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And you had to give a speech. I saw.
Yeah, dude. I had to
How was that?
give my testimony in front of all those people. It was kind of
Nerve-wracking.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I kind of like gave a brief overview.
It's definitely dope though to like
struggles.
go through that.
Oh yeah,
I feel like
it was an amazing experience, bro. Like I don't know what I could do to top that.
Exactly.
Honestly.
And it'll stay with your life forever, honestly.
Oh, forever.
So what does religion teach?
So religion.
I honestly feel like I'm in my cultural diversity class.
Yeah, dude.
But this is way more or less dry than that class.
So I wouldn't consider myself a very religious person.
Okay.
But so you got to separate what my faith is from the entity of religion. So religion is something made up by man to please God. So religion is just like a set of like sacraments and practices that people carry out because they think it makes God happy.
Yeah.
And some of them do. Like living a pleasing life, living a good holy life does please God. But sometimes people are tied down by religion and it affects like their spiritual growth because they think that the religion, like the works they do, lead to their salvation when that couldn't be more wrong. Like it's not about what we do, it's about what Christ did. So the work's already been done. We don't have to work for our salvation, we just have to accept it.
Okay.
And religion, not all. The church in Piasta I go to is a non-denominational one, so it kind of means like, no, we're not kind of religious, like we're not going to label ourselves, but kind of lost my train of thought. But yeah, so like I don't follow this strict religion regiment because I know what my faith is, and it's not based around my works. It's based around his works and what he did.
Yeah. So like when you did your whole baptism and everything, like who was really like there with you by your side that whole time?
So the guy who actually baptized me was my uncle, Dan. He's been like a huge help in my life spiritually, and he was there like baptizing me, and he was also on stage as I gave my testimony. So what do you mean by who was there? Like my family?
Like before, it's like family, friends, like before you like when you wanted to do it, and like when you went through it, like who was like there that whole time by your side? Like
my sister Lily was definitely there for me.
Okay.
She's always been stronger in the faith, especially throughout high school, and she's always really like struggled that I wasn't, and how like bad I was freshman year of college, really, and it really probably hurt her. But it was just so awesome when she was there to see that transformation. And that was really cool. So my parents, family called the Flemings that I'm close with was there. My dad, grandparents, my uncle, Russell, my cousin, Tyrell, like they're all there just with me, and it was great.
I would have went if I knew about it, man. I saw it on Instagram, I was like, damn.
Yeah, it was sweet, dude.
Just a couple people. Russ said, Faber talking big facts. Thomas said he's living proof, dude. Then Thermic Basil said, hey, I'm a huge fan.
Who?
Thanks, Thermic.
Hi.
But, no, that's dope. I'm happy you, like, got to go through all that, honestly.
Yeah,
that's sweet.
really cool.
And, like, you're changing, like, everything in your life.
I love it, dude.
So you said hesitations people have to faith.
So I wrote, like, what does religion teach? What is its goal? And people's hesitations toward faith. Like, what's holding everyone back? Because brings us back to the beginning. Everyone knows of some kind of God. But everyone doesn't know God, because if everyone knew God, everyone would be pursuing this God, but not even close. That's not close to the truth. Like, not everyone's pursuing this faith.
Yeah.
So, like, what's holding people back? Like, that's a huge question. What is? I wish I could answer it fully and completely. I have some ideas on what's like keeping people back, like from stepping into this life. And,
I see people think are just like scared.
Scared them, and like scared of what though? I think it's scared of losing their freedom. A big thing for me personally was I didn't want to step, even though I knew of God throughout my childhood, I didn't want to step into this Christian life because I thought that all the rules and regiments would like restrict my freedom.
Yeah, and another thing, I feel like people are just like, I feel like people think like God's gonna deny them and be like, nah, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like people like say like they pray.
That's so untrue, dude.
Huh?
He would not do that.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, I feel like people just like have that thought. And like I feel, and then people are like, "Wow, it didn't even happen yet." Obviously, he's not listening to me. Like, it takes so much time.
Yeah.
It doesn't just like happen like that, dude. Unless you're what you said there at the right time, you know.
Yeah, and everyone gets like it's all in part of like this like time frame that's just perfect, you know. And everything falls into place when it's supposed to.
Exactly.
So what I was saying about like the rules, like people are afraid that they're gonna miss out on this, what it means to be human. For me, it was like I just didn't want to stop drinking, dude. I didn't want to stop smoking. I wanted.
Did you like that, like that feeling of being drunk, or that?
Oh,
feeling
it was
of being
great, dude.
high?
Like that's what I wanted. That was my goal. Like, I'm gonna do this, but then I can get drunk on the weekend, you know.
Yeah.
But it was so. People think that doing like drinking, smoke, whatever you do, like having sex, like whatever, like they feel like that gives you that freedom, what it means to be human. But really, that sin is what keeps you back, is what keeps you enslaved. So being free from that is what, like, it's great, dude. Once you separate yourself from that, you experience a freedom that you never thought before, that you think, you look back at your old life and you were like, wow, I was a slave to sin, but now I'm free.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Looking back, especially at myself, how nuts that was.
Yeah. So what's the difference between faith and religion? And then we'll start jumping into like the hot topics.
Hot topics, baby. Faith, like I was kind of talking about this earlier, faith and religion, like how they're intertwined but yet completely separate. Like you can have faith without religion. You can be saved, you can be loved by Jesus Christ, and you can enter into heaven without religion. Like it's not necessary whatsoever, no matter what they teach, because it's about believing what Christ did for you, how he saved you on the cross. And once you come to that realization, you experience freedom from religion, from this world, from your sin, and you can live your life in freedom. Like you live your life in love and in freedom from the world and from the sin. And so what is the difference between faith and religion? I'd say it's really just like the freedom aspect. Like religion, most religions, not all, most kind of tie you down to your works, what you can do, what you can't do. But with your faith, you're like, you can do everything. There's a verse, I don't remember where it's from, but it's like everything is legal for me, but not everything is beneficial.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the exact wording, but like we can do anything we want. Like I'm doing everything I want right now. I no longer have those sinful desires, you know?
Yeah.
Like as much as I'm trying to think, like for smoking probably, like I used to always want to get high, you know? I don't have that desire anymore, so I'm doing what I want.
Yeah.
I'm free doing what I want, but like I'm not tied down anymore. So those things that I thought I wanted to do, I no longer want to do.
Yeah.
So I have this freedom. It's just not what I thought it would be.
Yeah. And like the same with me, like honestly, like before I started vlogging and YouTube or like podcasts, like I never had the courage or faith in myself to actually like pull through with it, because I didn't think I was like, I guess, good enough, I guess you could say.
You're pretty good, dude. I think you can pull it off.
I mean, thank you. But like, I definitely had to like think about like, I really had to think about like, do I actually want to get myself into this? Like, I know there's like a lot of like people could hate, and like I'm okay with hate and everything, but at the same time, I don't like when people tell me like I'm doing really shitty. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
One, you're not.
I don't handle that well.
Yeah,
that's
like,
my problem.
People could like, you know, like watch your vlogs and be like, oh, what is he doing, dude?
Exactly.
Like, that's cringy or whatever.
But
like,
I've been
you're
getting
doing you, dude. Like you're having fun with it.
And like
you're
I'm getting
what you want.
And I'm getting a lot of support through it, so I mean,
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
which is
yeah.
very nice.
I'm totally for that. I gotta take a piss, bro.
Someone said rip Steven Spielberg from SpongeBob, R.I.P.
I don't know who that.
the
Oh, he
creator of
died, didn't
SpongeBob.
he, bro?
Yeah, it's
Just like
crazy.
Stan Lee, dog.
So, I ask everyone this before we get into the hot topics. I ask everyone this on every podcast. So, I'm like,
brother.
huh?
I gotta piss.
You got pee?
Yeah.
All right, go pee.
Give me a second, boy.
I'll just talk to you guys then. I'll give a little, whatever it's called. So, if you guys are just tuning in, Schemes and Dreams. It's my new name of my podcast. Schemes, everyone knows I'm a scheme. Not schemer as in like I take your shit. I scheme around. I like to have fun, whatever. Dreams, I have my dreams. Z is my Zara, obviously, but like people called me Z in middle school through high school, and it still stays around. So I got Schemes and Dreams. My mom helped me think of it. The letters are falling off. I know I'm a broke boy. I just got some Michael materials, but if you don't subscribe to me on YouTube, go to YouTube right now. Go to Logan Zara, and the profile picture is my baby face with pudding on my face. Looks like I ate a whole bunch of ass. So that's cool.
Oh my
But go subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, do that.
How was your pee?
It was awesome, bro. Like really good.
So, what I was gonna say, I'm really
hot topics.
no. I asked everyone this.
Okay.
So, I'm kind of like big on like I don't research it, but like I like talking about like depression and anxiety.
Okay.
So like I just like ask everyone like what are your thoughts about the whole depression anxiety shit?
Like just like general thoughts.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's affecting mostly
Like mental health too, I guess you could say.
I'd say fewer, like more older, like later 20s, like
Yeah.
once you get out of college.
Yeah.
I find it.
I feel like it really starts hitting people at like
when they
that
gotta
towards
make
the
life
end of high
decisions.
school, going into college. Like,
That too, when you're making those big changes in your life. Luckily, I went pretty close to home.
yeah.
Like I go to
Same.
NCC,
Yeah.
so it's a like 20-minute drive, so I don't have that separation there. And some people are fine with it, you know. If you get a house with like buddies,
Yeah.
like you're good. But if you move into a dorm room with like a random kid you don't know, and then you're overwhelmed by these classes,
Yeah.
and you're trying to make friends, I feel like that can really have like detrimental effects to people's mental health.
Yeah, just make sure it's like
Detrimental
good.
effects to people's health when they go through that. And so like I don't know, what do you think about like the medication for it?
So before I get into that, like I don't know if you knew like I've been through like not like I never had thoughts of like killing myself, okay? So before I get into it. So like I've never had thoughts of doing it, but like I've been like in a like low stage in my life and like that I don't want to go back to. And like I have anxiety now, like I just had like an anxiety attack like the other day. But the doctor gave me like pills, they gave me Xanax for it, and I just think it's like a whack. Like I think it's a joke, dude.
The Xans for it, or like the whole?
They gave me Xanax for it, like prescribed Xanax
Yeah.
before anyone starts freaking out.
That's sweet,
It's
dude.
prescribed. But like literally, I don't know, like I stopped taking them just because like, dude, I need to do it on my own. Like I gotta like figure that shit out on my own, like what's bothering me. And like it sucks because I don't know what bothers me, dude. I was at the mall the other day on Black Friday
Mhm.
and I started tweaking. I started getting like my mouth started getting dry. Like I started getting all hot and sweaty. So I went to the bathroom and I like calmed myself down. And then we ended up going to Finish Line and I started tweaking again, dude. And I fucking booked it out of the mall and went outside. And I don't know what it is, dude. Like I don't think it's the overwhelm. Like it could be the overwhelming of people, but it's like I gotta figure that shit out. And like I didn't take a pill when I got home. I didn't do any of that because
You
like,
say you gotta figure it out by yourself. Do you think that's true? Do you
Like-
think it's all you?
no, I feel like definitely I have to like talk to people about it. But like for me, I don't like talking about it because that's not the person I am. Like I like people like when people when people hear my name or like know of me, like not to try to sound cocky, but like I'm more of like a fun, like outgoing, like class clown kind of person, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where like no one's like, oh, he's just like super sad kid. Like no one really thinks about that. Like
Do you feel like you cover up that sad part of your do you feel like you cover up
See,
the
I-
sad boy hours with like eccentric like
like
what's
being
poppin' hours?
yeah, of course. Like I definitely feel like it's like when I'm alone, like in my room doing nothing. Like I feel like I always have to be doing something to like get my mind off things. But
You say things. Get your mind off what?
like just like my anxiety and shit.
Just like
Like
feeling
I feel like I'm
everything's
always
overwhelming.
thinking about something negative, and I gotta stop doing
I
that.
got you.
Like that's my problem. But yeah, like it's just like I'll be sitting like home and I would just be like overthinking. And I would just like get overwhelmed. And just like, all right, I gotta stop. Like, but no, like when I'm doing my vlogs and stuff, like people can definitely tell that. Not I'm not being extra, okay. I'm just like doing more than I like actually. Have.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
what's poppin', baby? Like
Yeah.
that's just like funny to me. So it's just like I do that.
I was talking to someone tonight who's going through kind of something the same thing. Like she'll take pills to go to sleep, dude.
See, I don't do any of
Yeah,
that.
and then she'll prescribed, and then like wake up, and then just feel anxious all over again, dude. Like dreads the rest of the day.
See, that's what it just sucks because
I
so
bet
many
it does.
people
Like I don't
do that.
relate to that because I've never experienced that, but
It sucks, dude.
I bet it sucks, dude.
Dude, I don't wish it on my worst enemy. That's how bad it is. I don't really hate a lot of people, but like I wouldn't wish it on one soul.
Wow.
That's how bad it is, dude.
Mm.
Like, dude, you don't even enjoy yourself. Like, I love the life I have. I love being with my friends, but like there'll be sometimes I'm just like, dude, what am I doing? Like it just like gets that point where it's just like, dude,
Everything
why?
just like hits
It
you.
ruins your whole day, it ruins your whole life, dude.
Yeah.
It literally just sucks. But I honestly hope whoever's going through it can seek help. Literally, I said on another podcast, always hit me up. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll talk to you about anything. Like, I like helping other people. But, like, when it comes to me, I don't like talking to other people about it. Like, as shitty as it, yeah. Like, it's nice because I can kind of relate to other people. But, like, when it comes to me, I will not. I'm sorry. I just, like, won't hit a lot of people up about it. Like, there might be one or two people that I do hit up. Just because it's easy to do it.
Friends.
It's easy to talk to them about. Like I've really talked to my like I've been going through it for a while, and I like just talked to my mom about it like last week.
Okay. Yeah, talking helps. Even it doesn't really matter who. Like you can talk to
And,
a
like,
freaking wall.
Even if it's someone you don't
Just
know.
verbally expressing like what's going on.
Yeah,
helps
and-
you mentally like process like, and then you can figure out what can I do from
Yeah.
here.
And
Like, what's happening? How do I fix it? How can I do the opposite?
Yeah.
You know.
And like I know, like, dude, I tweet about it so much, like saying like I'm going through shit, which I shouldn't do. Like my brother's always on my ass about it because like he's my brother and he cares and everything. Like, but it's just like I like getting it out because it's easier for me to like put it on social media or something. Like I put on my Instagram story the other day. I was like, it sucks when anxiety like ruins my whole life, or like it has been ruining my whole life, dude. Like, it's so hard to explain how many people actually hit me up. Like, even people I rarely talk to are like...
What if you wrote it out but then didn't tweet it?
See, I feel like I need to, like... I need it...
You need
for
to put
me,
it out there?
I need to have people know that I'm going through it, I guess.
Okay.
Like, it sounds, like, selfish almost, but, like...
No, I get it. Like, that makes sense. I bet that makes sense to a lot of people. Like, having other people understand what's going on.
But, like...
Not even understand, but just, like, someone knows, like, this is happening, and...
Like, the amount of people...
I feel better about it.
Yeah, the amount of people that hit me up that I didn't know was insane. Which is really
people
cool.
care, dude. People
Yeah,
are
dude,
cool.
a lot of
Like,
people care,
genuine.
and it's like... It's so crazy because, like... There's, like, people you, like... don't know that like know you, and it's just like I'm not saying like I'm this fucking like popular person. I'm just saying like it's so cool how people like actually like care, like genuinely care about
And I feel like most people, even though we think we live in like this cynical, hostile world, like most people, at least in my life experience, like genuinely have like affection for other people. Like they will go out of their way to help someone, even if they don't know them that well. Just maybe even for selfish reasons, like helping this person will help me feel better, but you're still doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So I found that pretty cool.
And there's another thing, I'm not going to give out names because I'm not going to. Yeah. I'm not going to give out names, but someone was like going through something, and like I was kind of talking them through it and stuff, and they're like, I have to be honest with you, I thought you were this douchebag. I thought like you weren't like you knew nothing about this. I just thought like you were kind of just like all about yourself, and they're like, you're nothing like that. Like you actually like do care, and it's just like I need to let people know that like I do care.
Yeah, this
like,
was a good opportunity to like show a different side of yourself.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not even close to like this like douchebag. Like I am not a douchebag. I swear to you. Like
he promises he is not a douchebag.
I'm
You
not-
got it from the man himself.
I'm
not a
people.
douchebag.
You can hit me up whenever. But like I'm serious. I'm just like, dude, I genuinely like helping people.
Yeah,
Like it's dope.
that is sick, dude. I
But-
like it too. Like it's a really like serving other people is way more pleasing than serving yourself.
Yeah. It's like on Christmas, like giving and like receiving gifts.
Yeah, giving them's way cooler.
Oh, yeah.
way cooler.
Like you like get it, you're like, dude, I feel so bad.
I'm so bad at gifts, bro.
Like
I
I'm
need to
I'm
like
alright.
I need to buy something for my mom this year, dude.
I got
something
a
good.
job. Nah, I'll probably get my
Like
mom
a
something.
necklace.
Big T said Robbie Z. Nah, Robbie Z will not be making an appearance today, guys. maybe
What
maybe
up,
in
T?
a vlog or like a different podcast, but Robbie Z is nowhere near my mics.
He is not podcast ready, I guess.
You want to get in these hot topics, I guess?
All right, yeah. So I'll just say like I wrote out some hot topics that people are like concerned about.
I feel like it's kind of like a big thing, right? Like
Yeah,
all
and
these things are big things.
like
right
when
now.
you think of Christians, like you think of them morally opposed to these things I wrote out. So I'm kind of just like I would argue that some of them we are morally opposed to, but I'm gonna like try and explain as best. Like I don't know the real answer. Like these are like theological debates going on. So I'm not an expert at all, but I'm just gonna try and say like how I feel, how I can explain it best, and hopefully it helps someone.
So the first topic today on schemes and dreams. I had to look back. I was like, shit, what's the name of my thing? Abortion.
Abortion.
Break that
Yeah,
down for me.
Fun topic. So
If you don't know what abortion is,
yeah, we're gonna assume you do, and then go from there. So abortion, there's people who think it's okay, and there's people who think it's not okay. I would be on the not okay side.
okay.
And
I'm the same way. I don't think it's right.
yeah,
As young as you are, dude, at least have that baby and give it up for adoption, if anything.
Yeah.
But like, dude, that's your kid. When you get older, you're gonna regret that. I feel like that's just me.
and that can like trigger a lot of people, dude.
It
Just
can.
that statement
Like, I'm
right there,
sorry if
but
I triggered you, but like,
that's
that's
yeah.
your kid, man. That came out of
It's
your
your child,
balls. Like as a
bro.
guy,
Yeah.
that's in your balls. As weird as
went
it
from my
sounds.
balls into you, and now it's something else.
But like,
So the fundamental argument is that a baby in there? You know, like is that a child?
imagine if that's you in there.
Yeah.
Would you want to be aborted? No.
Probably not.
We shouldn't be laughing about this, but like,
I'm dead. So what I kind of formulated to argue this was like we didn't create life, so we can't decide what it is. Okay.
I'm listening. I swear. I'm just trying to like get
Um,
my like thing up.
So so like life was created not by us but for us. So since we don't know what it is, we didn't create it ourselves. Who are we to say what it is, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like people who say like it's just like when the woman first gets pregnant, like it's just like cells in there or whatever, like
Yeah.
just tissue. Like who are you to decide what life is, dude? Like is that your jurisdiction to say this is life, and once it gets to this point then like it's not life here, but the next day it is life? Like how does that work, you know?
I feel like it's like where was I gonna go with this? Oh shit! Keep talking. Maybe it'll come up.
So yeah,
Fuck,
like
I had a good point.
what is life, and how do like we don't determine it, you know? Like it's not our jurisdiction to say what it is, so we're not that's why we can't kill people, dude. Like it's not life isn't ours to tangle with, you know? It's
Yeah.
God's. And if God says that is life in the womb, which he does, we can't touch it. Like it's not up to us to mess with that. So that would be my stance on that.
Dude, I had something in my head that's gonna piss me off.
Abortion?
Yeah, it was a good point too, and now it just fucking left my
Alright, ready?
brain.
Babies. Feminism.
No, nothing. We'll just go to the next topic. Gay marriage.
Gay marriage. All right, another hot topic, dude. Obviously, this will probably trigger the most people. Probably.
All right, before we start going to this, please don't like.
don't get heated. Like I'm I think what I'm gonna say is not gonna be that offensive. Like I think
For
I'm gonna
me-
say it in the right way.
All right, before anyone says,
You give Zara's opinion for sure.
before I say we start this, I'm not saying this is bad at all. He wrote the topics. I'm here for him to talk to me about it.
This is my opinion, not Logan Zara's. Not
Yes.
Logan Zara's vlogs. This is
Skeens
what
and
I'm
Dream.
saying. He's literally just listening.
I'm listening.
Bouncing stuff off.
Yes, and I didn't make these like he wrote everything out. I'm here to go along with it. I like that he is changing everything up, but I don't want people like hating anything. Like just like
Yeah,
listen,
100%.
just listen to what we have to say.
Okay. So gay marriage. It's so people have this misconception that Christians are like they hate like gay people, like they're disgusted by it. And if you are a Christian out there and you are disgusted by someone who is gay, like you are wrong. Like that is not how we should view them. We should love them just like I love you, just like I love my mom. That's how we should love those people.
Jacob.
Okay? I love everyone, man. But so it's not a hate thing, dude. So what is wrong with gay marriage is that it's saying no to God. God had this plan for us. He had said man and a woman. And that was God's plan from the beginning. And when you choose to go off and do something else outside of that plan, you're looking at God and saying, no, I'm not going to do what you want. I'm going to do what I want. Okay? So being gay, like people think that Christians are like, ugh, like gay, like it's not disgusting. Like it's not like just wrong, you know, like people, I don't hate them. Nothing like that at all. Quite the opposite, actually. But it's like you're saying no to God, and that's not what God wants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, He wants you to follow Him. He wants you to do what He wants, and when you say no to that, you're simply saying no to God's plan, and that's not how Christians should live their lives.
Yeah. See, like with my standpoint of gay marriage, honestly, I could care less about it. If you want to be gay, man. I'm all there. I'm there for you. I'll be at your wedding if you want me to come. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, two of the same sex are getting married. I'm not going.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all for it. You can love the man or woman that you're gonna marry, but like at the same time, dude, I don't want anyone out there bullying or like.
No,
if
it's
someone's
wrong.
gay, dude, let
It's
them be
wrong.
gay, man. If you were gay, would you want someone fucking harassing
No,
you
I
about
wouldn't,
it?
and that's
what
why
I'm
we
saying.
should approach those people with the same love as we approach
Exactly,
anyone
dude.
else.
It's just like, dude, it sucks because like so many kids out there today are like so scared to say I'm gay.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so hard for them right now, just in the world we live in, because so many people are like, dude, what? Like you have to like, if you're a guy, you have to like that girl.
Yeah.
You have to like.
Even though we
girls.
think we've changed as a society on that fact, like people still like view it in a negative light.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, just let gays be gays, man. Like, I'm not saying that in a bad way at all.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I don't like when people are fucking bullying another person because they're gay. Like,
No,
that's
that's
such
definitely wrong.
bullshit, man. Like, it pisses me off almost because, like, if I were in that situation, I wouldn't want one single soul saying, are you serious? You're gay?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't even want anyone to know, dude, you know?
And that's why it's so hard today because, like, no one wants to tell anyone that they are because in the world we live in, like, it's just so hard to,
Yeah,
like,
people who come out like that, like especially at a young age, like, I mean, that's pretty brave, dude.
and, like,
100%.
I think another thing is, like, I feel like they're scared that their parents are gonna just, like, deny them that they're, like, you're not gay. Like, I think they're
Dude,
scared that they're gonna not accept them.
And a lot of times that's the truth, dude.
And it's
They
hard.
don't accept them, but that's wrong. Like you should accept them, but I mean, you need to. Like, I don't know how to deal with that, dude. I'm not a parent. Like, I
Yeah.
have a gay kid. I don't even have like. I know a few gay people. Like, I don't know like that many, but
Same with me. And I love them just as, like,
just
any
as
other
anyone else,
person.
just as a brother, dude. And it's hard, especially for me as a Christian, to try and like. How do I talk to you? How do I try and intervene
Like,
in your
and,
life? Like, I don't hate you, dude. It's so hard. Like, that's why I said, like, I don't know how to, like, I don't know the answer to these questions. Like I love you, man. Like, just the same as everyone else. Like, I want you to be a part of, live this life that I'm living, but I don't know how to say that to
And,
you,
like-
you know, because, like, you love who you love. You care
Yeah.
about who you care about. I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah. And, like, the same thing with me. Like, I know a couple gay people. I'm not gonna treat them any different. And I wouldn't want them, acting different around me. Like, dude, if you want to be gay around me, be gay. Like, I really don't care. Like, as weird as that like, I know that sounds weird, but like, dude, act how you want, be who you want. Like, talk about other guys around me. I don't care, man. Like, as weird as that sounds, like, I'm not gonna like make you be like, you have to be different around me because you're like, it's just like so hard to express like about that.
Dude, definitely.
But so that's my spiel about gays. I love them all, and I hope other people start accepting that.
100%.
So you said suffering isn't the world. Tragedies?
Oh, sorry, I meant suffering in the world and tragedy.
So we'll start with tragedies first.
Well, like, dude, so like I'd say the main argument when you like tell someone about God, they'll be like, well, if God is real, then why are there starving kids in Africa?
Yeah.
Like that like, why is there why do bad things happen? Okay.
Yeah.
And the answer to that would be sin. So we chose to live in this kind of world. Like, when God first made the world, like, it was perfect. It was sinless. It was holy. It was made in God's image. It was beautiful. And when we brought sin into the world, then bad things started to happen. Then death happened, okay? And disease and hard work and plagues, all that happened from our own choice to sin. So why do bad things happen in the world? Because we want them to.
So
because we chose that life.
I know that there's the tragedy. What was it? A shooting at a Jewish church or something?
Yeah, that was just recently.
What do you think about that?
So, especially
that was a tragedy.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you could talk about like any shooting, dude. Like, why would that happen? And it's just like the devil corrupts people, dude. Like, it gets in people's head. And he has serious like detrimental effects on people and what they do to other people. Like, especially with like, this might sound whack, dude. Like, this is gonna be way out there, but like, the Jews are God's chosen people, and they've been targeted like throughout history.
With the whole like concentration camp and everything.
Oh, that's just like one, like, even before that, like, they were enslaved in Egypt for years, dude. And,
I don't know any of that.
Yeah.
So.
But like, throughout history, people have tried to destroy the Jews. And God's protected them all the time. He's let bad things happen to them because we live in a sinful world, because we chose to live in the sinful world. But he's preserved them like he promised to do.
Yeah.
And so shootings, dude, like shootings are just like demons, dude, getting people, mess with their heads and go kill people. Dude.
Yeah.
That's what they do. And we can't explain why people go out and murder people, you know?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, exactly. But that would be my argument, is that they get in people and make them do those crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's a really sad reality, but it's a scary reality too. Once all that stuff comes to light. When I first, like, when the unseen world, that's actually kind of whack, dude. Like, I don't want to say that, but like, when all this like stuff came to light for me, like, it was scary at first, like the world we live in. But like, I called God my protector at the beginning. Like, once you can rest in his protection in his arms, and everything's all right. Everything's okay if you do that. So
for sure.
Yeah.
So suffering in the world. Yeah, was that just kind of what you said?
Yeah, like, same with tragedies, like kids starving, dude. Like, stuff that we can't, like, just seems so more like, why would God allow children to die of starvation? Like, that's messed up, you know. But it's the sin factor that we live in the fact that we chose sin, and that's why all this happens.
Yeah, for sure. So it says, can give my story, how I struggled in the past and got to where I am now, what it takes / means to live this life.
Yeah. So how I struggled in the past, I kind of talked about that a little bit, like how I went through like drinking, smoking, and all that stuff, and then
you basically touched.
Yeah, came through on the other side, found Jesus, found out what he meant in my life, what he's done in my life. That stuff started to click, and then my life started to change. And I said what it takes and what it means to live this life. So all it means to live the life I'm leading, all it means to have the salvation, all it means to like be like live a Christ life, like, dude. All that means is like to just put your trust in him. So I think most people are afraid that, like, they're going to do their part, but they're afraid that God won't hold up his end of the bargain. Like, God's promised us this eternal life, promised us to go to heaven, but people are like, how am I supposed to trust that he'll do that? Like, if I do this for him, like, if I accept Jesus into my life, how do I know that God will send me to heaven?
For sure.
They don't have that assurance, and that's that faith factor in between that really bridges that gap. It's the cross that allows you to get over that hump in life where you're afraid that he's not going to follow through. So once you can like really understand what Christ did for you and what that meant, what his death on the cross actually meant, then you can kind of come to this understanding that, wow, I can live this life, and he is going to hold up his end of the bargain. He already has. He's done his end. By dying on the cross, he already did, like, he's done it,
Mm-hmm.
He's written the check. All we got to do is take it.
For sure.
All we got to do. Yeah. So that's what it means to live a Christian life, to have that faith.
For sure.
That Christ died for your sins, and because of that death, you can live a perfect. You can live a holy life.
I like that. And I'm honestly happy you came on here to talk about all this, because a lot of people honestly don't like talking about, like.
No, it's a topic people try to stray away from.
And
so
like,
I'm trying to put it out there,
yeah,
dude. Like,
and
put the word
like,
out there.
For people, like, I honestly don't know how many people are even watching or how many people will watch it, but I know there's definitely people that will watch it. But I just want to let everyone know, like I can talk about, like, I'm not all about, like, being funny, being all that. Like, I can talk about, like, all this stuff.
Serious Logan Zara.
Yeah, like.
The serious side.
Serious Logan.
That's what we'll talk
So.
Diverse content, dude.
Questions for you. I honestly don't really have any more questions. You kind of broke it all down.
I did my best. If anyone's got any questions, you can put it in the Twitch.
Yeah,
chat,
before it's getting close to the end of the stream, but if anyone whoever's in here, you can put a question in the
and I'll do my best.
Caption or the comments below, and we'll answer. But I usually have people come on here towards the end, ask me anything they want to ask me. I do a segment where people ask me something.
Questions for you, mate. Yeah.
As in, like, you can ask me anything.
How's your paper going?
Yeah, it didn't start. 4-page paper didn't start.
Same. It's not gonna be bad though. So like, and as far as like college goes for you, dude, like, are you staying there next semester?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, I just.
Or are you doing the AA?
Yeah.
So you're gonna be there too. Yeah, same. That's what I'm doing. I'm almost.
I just registered for my next 4 classes.
Cool. Oh, we have another one next semester too.
What?
We have another class together.
I'm not taking World Civ anymore.
Boy.
I'm taking Russian.
I'm about to drop it then.
I know, I'm taking Russian, bro.
Dude, that's the one I told you have to write 2 10-page papers.
Should I get out of it?
If you have to, do you want to write 2 10-page papers? No. Then get out of it. It sucked, bro. I didn't know, like, I didn't even make it to 10 pages, dude. I made it to like 8. It was bad. I think you should get out of that.
Yeah, I probably will now that you say that. Shit.
Is it with that same
Sobel?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's so dry, bro. So dry. That's rough.
Someone said Jacob is a scrub. Murphy.
Tyler, bro. Yo, good luck this Thursday. I'll be there. Cedar Rapids. Go out there and grind. Watch
Again?
Too. Huh?
No, I was just kind of talking.
Oh.
Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Logan Zara. I mean, that's really all, honestly.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for anyone who tuned in. I'm glad I had the opportunity
thank you guys so much.
Say this stuff. Subscribe. Logan Zara Vlogs.
And another thing, please don't take this to heart. We're just having conversations. Like, don't get heated about it.
Working stuff out, yeah.
We're just talking about it. But, Jacob.
What up?
Thank you so much for coming on.
No problem.
This,
enjoyed doing it, dude.
I know
I'm happy to be here.
Dude, we've been talking about it for a while, and it's just like you've been my first one for a month.
Yeah,
I really haven't had any
glad we
time.
can make it happen though.
I'm just kind of like trying to do my own thing right now, trying to like figure out stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't been in the mood to honestly even do any of this. But no, really, thank you for being on. Thank you for being on Schemes and Dreams, baby.
Yeah, baby. End the stream now.
But let me close out. So. Thank you guys so much for watching this podcast with Jacob Faber. And it's been a couple podcasts, but this has been the first episode of Schemes and Dreams.
Let's
baby.
go!
Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode, or I'll see you in the next vlog. But if you want to be on the podcast, hit me up, slide my DMs, do whatever you want. Hit me up on Snapchat, do whatever if you want to be on the podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching Schemes and Dreams, and I'll see you in the next one. It's been Logan Zara. Deuces!